Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are going to be doing this class. There's no one on the live this morning. I've hung on for a couple of minutes, but I'm going to get started. And I'm just going to make sure that because there's no one to view and give feedback to, I'm just going to make sure I do as many demonstrations. I'm going to come up to the camera. I'm going to give as many teaching points as humanly possible. And I know that you're all going to smash it when you do the catch-up. Okay? So we're going to start off with a warm-up, and then we're going to go into some different combos. There's a bendy theme throughout the class, and we're going to crack on. Okay, so let's start off with some mobility to get going. So spread the feet, and then we're just going to turn the head from side to side. Nice. And one more. Good, big deep breaths, and chin to the chest, all the way back. And again. Good, and one more. And then we're going to sway from side to side. And again. And one more. And then we're going to tilt to the side and just a teeny tiny bit of pressure there, not too much, and hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch other side. Nice, guys. So we're going to get those shoulders moving for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then forwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then big rotations forward. So do your full range of movement. Let's keep those legs moving, little bend in the knees. Nice, and then backwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we're going to go in and out. So gangsters. Still no idea why it's called gangsters, because I definitely don't feel like a gangster when I do it, but that's never going to happen. So, and then we're doing your full range of movement all the way back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, robot, this makes more sense. So robot, like this. So it's a right angle up, right angle down, and switching. Nice. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both the same. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to do a little twist. That's it. Keep going. And 2 more. And then twist and reach out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hip circles. We're going to go one way. So nice hip circles one way. And then hip circles the other way. I hope that you've all had a good sleep and you're feeling very energetic and ready for it. And then we're going to sweep the hands up to the sky. Push the glutes back and feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Nice, straight back. Hands to the floor. And then through the middle if you can. So big inhale. Sweep those hands up. Exhale, feel the stretch. Inhale and exhale, hands to the floor. And then if you can, through the middle. So big deep breaths all the way through. One more. Hands to the floor and through the middle. And then we're just going to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to twist. So opposite hand to just above the ankle. And look at the fingers at the top. Hold it there. And then the other side. Nice, guys. And then just above the ankles, I'm holding on. Big inhale, straighten that back. Exhale, I'm pulling in. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm taking it down into a wide squat, okay? So like a yoga squat. Excellent. So get your chest up, and then I'm just swaying from side to side. It's always a favorite, this one. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's hold it, and we're going to circle out. Nice. So then we're going to circle in. Big deep breaths, and then we're going to flick. Amazing. Good. And then we're going to take it into Cossack squat. So put the hands on the floor, and then we're going to go to one side using the hands. It's absolutely fine if your heels off the floor, by the way. That is no problem at all, but just work towards getting that heel down and really sitting back into it. And then switch sides. Use those hands. So if the heel's off the floor, it looks like this, and that's fine. And my knees pointing towards the ceiling. And then if you're feeling super Cossack squatting, you're going to take the hands off the floor and then really get the chest up. And then if you're feeling super strong and Cossack squatting, you can go to the floor, push the knee out, drive back up, stay low, so you're getting that stretch. Stay low, move fast, my partner would say. And then switch. Good. And then we've got one more, and you may very well still be like this, and that is absolutely fine and dandy. Amazing. And up, shake it off. Inchworms, the dreaded inchworms. Swing those hands up. We're going to walk forwards. We're going to do one press up. Yep. And then one cobra stretch. Inhale and swing the glutes, exhale. And then we're going to walk back in. And swing those hands up again. Two more. Walk out. One press up. Good. One cobra stretch, release the toes. Squeeze the glutes, feel a stretch in the lower back. Can't decide whether I'm having a bend day yet. We'll figure it out in a minute. It will be once we warmed up. It doesn't always feel like it at the start, does it? Press up. Cobra. Squeeze the glutes. And then walk back. Amazing, guys. And we're going to walk forward again. Shoulder taps. So we're going to go 10 shoulder taps. Try not to sway too much. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing. You're going to drop it down onto the knees. And we're going to go cat-cow. So arch the back. So really push that button down towards the floor. And look up. Round the spine. It's happy cat, angry cat, isn't it, this one? And again. 3 more, big deep breaths. So really arch. And 2 more. Good, and 1 more. Amazing. Then we're going to go under with the arms, sweep under, feel the shoulder on the floor, and rotate. For 5, 4, breathe through it. 3, 2 more, and 1 more. Nice, then switch. So sweeping under and rotate for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and 1. Good, we're going to take it into lion stretch. So we're going to turn the fingertips towards the body. We've got some handstands in there today. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Let's hold it there. So just tilt back and hold it now for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fingertips forward. Circle round for me. So getting that weight over the hands and getting that tilt. Good. We're doing 3 one way. And then 3 the other way. Amazing. 1 more. Yes. Okay, lat stretch. So I'm pushing my glutes back a little bit and I'm going to reach out to the side. And then going to walk around in little circles with my hands. So drawing a circle with the hands, all the way around. And then hold it down. And then we're going to go again 1 more time. So walking around all the way and feel that stretch. Good. And then the other side, walking around. Walk. And then with that. Amazing. Okay, so have a little drink of water. We've got more to do in terms of warming up. No, particularly in some ways because it is a bending class as well. So grab some water. We're not there just yet. Okay, into a lunge position. Tuck the toes under and have the heel underneath the knee. And then just tilt back into this A position for me. And then go back into lunge, back into A position. I like to keep my foot down here, but you can go to here. It's your choice. And then we're going to hold the A position stretch. And we're going to try to lift up and back down. Lift up, strong legs and back down. And 1 more, lift up and back down. Good. So you can see both legs are straight. The toes are turned out on the back leg. And good, you release the toes. And then we're going to sweep forwards and tilt back. We're just trying to open up the back and shoulders. And then obviously stretching those legs out as well. And as you tilt back, you should feel your weight over the hip flexors at the back. Okay, good. 2 more. Big deep breaths. And 1 more. Good. So hold it there. Fingers together. And then we're going to tilt back and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, same hand to leg, just above the ankle. So hold it there. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweet round, opposite hand to leg. So hold on to the ankle. That's it. And I'm going to take it into a quad stretch. I'm leaning forward here. You can also straighten up. Good. Amazing. And then move that foot to the side a little bit. And take it into the lizard. So we're going to drop down onto the forearm. And then the other forearm. And we're going to hold it there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it into pigeon for me. So I'm just folding that leg to the side. Yeah, so it's to the side. And then I'm trying to straighten up. You want to imagine you've got a front split with the back leg. And then I'm going inhale, exhale, down onto the forearms. Hold it there. Big deep breaths, guys. And then extend those arms. Amazing. Good. Other side. So we're going into that lunge with the toes tucked under again. Okay? Yeah. And then we're going back for 3, 2, feeling the stretch in the hamstrings. And 1. Good. Strong legs lifted up and back down. Lifted up and back down. A little bit wobbly this morning. Good. And then feeling that hamstring stretch, holding it there. And then releasing the toes. We're going to sweep forward and back for 5, 4, 3 more, 2 more. And last one. And then clasp those fingers together, guys, and make it into a nice big back bend. Looking at the ceiling. Get those shoulders back behind you. Hands as far back as you can. Amazing. Good. Yeah, and then we're going to go same hand to leg. And tilt back, look at the ceiling. Hold it there. Big deep breaths. Think about the back bend. And sweeping round into that quad stretch. Good. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. So we take it into lizard, so down onto the forearms. Hold it there. Good. Yes, and then into pigeon. So let's go to the side. Big inhale. Exhale onto the forearms. Big inhale and exhale, reach out. Amazing. Good. Okay, so we're going to take it into a straddle now. So to take it into a straddle, wiggle forward for me. So you can feel a stretch here. Okay, inhale. Exhale, tip to the side. Inhale, up. Exhale, go to the other side. Don't worry if you can't go all the way down. We're just going to keep switching. And we've got 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. And then we're going to put the hands on the head, like this, behind the head. And we're going to circle round, getting super deep as you can go. But really lengthening the spine if you can. So it's free one way. I'm tensing my legs here and pointing my toes. Breathe the other way. Good. Nice. 1 more. Amazing. And then we're going to take it into straddle leg lifts. So easier. Fingertips. Lean back a little bit. Okay. Harder. Flat hands. Lean back a little bit. Harder still. Flat hands. Leaning forward a little bit. Ouch. That's a lot on is it Thursday? Thursday morning. I had to question my date was that. Your choice, okay. I'm going to go for the middle option this morning. So, flat hands. Leaning back a tiny bit. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing, guys. Yeah, then we go. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Really lengthening the spine and trying to get the hands beyond the foot. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale down into pancake. So forearms with a flat back would be superb. Even straight arms, so keeping the back super straight. If you can go down, absolutely amazing. Just try to avoid rounding the spine. You won't feel it quite as much. Beautiful. Okay, hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Okay, so into a plank position. We're going easier. Fingertips, leaning back, same idea, guys. No, flat hands, harder. Leaning forward a little bit harder still. Just 5, guys. Let's go. 5, 4. Getting those legs as high as you can. 2, and 1 more. Amazing. Big inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Good. Yes. And then we're going to lay on the back. And we're going hands up the floor. Feet to the hands, toes to hands. Roll back down again. Feet to the floor. Sit up. Okay, that's 1 rep. And again, 4 more. So, feet to the hands, so it's like a toes to barb on the floor. Feet to the floor, straight legs, point the toes. Reach up, sit up. Straight back, get shoulder extension at the top. So get through at the top. Okay, and again. Yeah, 3 more. Toes to the hands, legs to the floor. Sit up and chest through, shoulders back, make it bending. 2 more, and tensing the legs all the way through, guys. Super straight legs. Think about those pointy toes and straight legs to the pole. And then chest through. Good, 1 more. Big deep breaths. So toes to the hands, feet to the floor. Reach up, sit up. Yes, big inhale and exhale, forward fold. It's always a hard one, isn't it, to get your back super straight in this one. And take a little drink for me, guys. So have a little breather, have some water. It's got a little bit of water on the back of your shoulders. And then you'd be really pleased to know that we are on the pole. Okay? All good? Right, so we're going to take it into a little warm up for bridge. So, feet are about shoulder width apart. I'm going up, hips up, sneaking back as if I'm going to do a bridge, but I'm not quite going into it. We've got 10 of those to do, guys. So really get that belly button up to the ceiling, push through the feet, and think about a bridge. Okay, we're on 3. Keep going. 4. Nice. We're going to straighten the legs as much as possible as well, and really squeeze the glutes. I think this is 6 for me. Good. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Big deep breaths. And 1 more. Good. And then take a little breather. If you do feel like you can go into a bridge now, guys, either easier, hands on the floor, pushing up, or you can go from the position that we were just in. So we can go from that seated position like this. Yeah. And then going up, over. Switch that hand, turn the fingers in, and then we'll hold the bridge. And then we're just going to rock from an open bridge, feet together, pushing the weight over the shoulders and looking behind you into more of a closed bridge, feet apart, gaze to the floor. Think of a tall bridge with that, okay? So, open bridge is a wide bridge. And then closed bridge is like a tall bridge, gaze to the floor. So do 1 more round. There's no pressure. It doesn't matter if you can't feel the difference between the 2, but just have a little go and move in between those. If bridges don't work for you guys, don't worry. Do not stress. We're just going to go from here, lifting up and holding it there. Also from here, hands to the ankles, pushing up and holding that for me is a really great one. So you might think, oh, well, I'm just not quite ready for a bridge today, and that is absolutely fine, okay? Amazing, fantastic, good. Okay, so onto the pole, we're going back on the pole, bottom on the pole, big inhale, exhale, arms overhead, and push out, and hold it there. Good, and then inhale, back in, spine neutral. Exhale, make space between your back and the pole and really push the chest out. Good. And it might look more like this, and that's absolutely fine. But in the long run, you want to try and drop the arms and push out more. Woo, nice. Good. And then hamstrings and back and shoulders again. So you're going dipping down through the window. Imagine you're putting your head through a window. That would not be good. But dipping down, face to the floor. Straight legs. Amazing. Superb. Yes. One more thing, okay? We're just going to do a split on both sides, guys. So a tiny bit more on the legs. We're going to go to split on both sides. So get yourself into position with your blocks. You might need a strap as well for later in the session. It's not essential at all, but going into a split. So try to keep an upright body position like this, okay? I'm in an over lunge here. My front leg is a little bit bent. So first pull is this, and then we're going to straighten out front leg, and we're going to slide out onto the split. We can put some weight forward, so you feel it in the hamstrings. Big deep breaths. And then we can tip some weight back. If you're feeling crazy bendy, guys, you can even push off the blocks and try to get your foot up. You might even be able to go overhead. Good. I always say don't spend too much time with your head really tip back because it can get to like a little bit uncomfortable. So just gaze to the ceiling sometimes is better. Put it there, okay, inside. So, you all with me? I'm not going too fast, am I? So into position with the blocks, over lunge. Good. So my weight is back a little bit. Yes, and then straighten that leg. Go down to split. Remember, you can use your blocks if you need them. I know you might not all be down, that's absolutely fine. And then tilt forward. And tilt back. Good. Feeling bendy, maybe. Oh, God, it's hard on that side. Oh, good idea, try. Fantastic. Okay. So, we're going to move on to the pole, okay? I feel like we're pretty warmed up and pretty stretched out. Okay, so we're going to move on to the pole. And first of all, we're going to work on some elbow stand prep and handstand prep. So we're going to go onto the pole, first of all, in a elbow stand. Okay, and we're going to take it into a little bend. And then from there, we're going to try to make a back bend here, so nice hollow back. And we're going to switch the leg that's up and the leg that's down. And we're going to do that 4 times. Okay, from there, we're going to control it back down, a little bit of strength, base of the head to the floor, circle back down again, and then go onto the feet nicely. So if you have go at that for me, so hands around the pole, I've got one hand on top of the other, base of the head is on the pole, I'm sliding in, I'm going to try to straddle press up, but if not, I'm just going to tuck up. I'm going to take it into a hollow back, so I'm going to push away, making space between my back and the pole, and I'm going to drop one leg. Then I'm going to drop the other. Breathe through it. Really thinking about making space and that nice back bend. From there, I'm either going to tuck down, head on the floor, or straddle back down again. Yes, amazing, guys. And then we're going to take it into a handstand, okay? So, I'm going to twisted grip handstand. If you're not comfortable with that, that's absolutely fine. You can try a 4-arm stand and twist it. So, twisted grip handstand. We're going to tuck, kick, or lift up. So whatever works for you. I'm going to do a bunny hop on this one. And take it up into a pencil. Okay, from there, I'm going to drop the inside foot down the hole and make it into this nice attitude leg shape. Then I'm going to sweep the legs. I'm going to take the other leg back. And then I'm going to return to pencil. And then I'm going to tuck down. This is a really good one of my favourites, because it's going to build some strength and control with the back bends, because your legs are not resting on anything. So have a go for me. So we take it into stag legs, and then switching, and then tucking back down. By putting your inside leg foot on the pole initially, it will help with balance. So you might feel safer if you're not used to that. So if I was doing a deadlift, I'd be tilting forwards, up, circling up. Okay, inside foot on the pole. Bend the back, make it bend in. Okay, and then we want that position with your legs. Kind of swim and sneak free so that the other leg goes back. From there, into handstand, tuck, 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 feel the control, and then go back down to the floor, okay? So it's a bit of strength, bit of flexibility. Do make sure you work both sides, guys. Let's have a little go. Just got a minute or so to have a go at this to get going. And then we're going to go on to our first little mini combo. Okay, you are all doing absolutely amazing. And I hope that you're feeling bendy. Okay, so I'm going to do it as if I am picking up So if I was kicking up a little bit, so try not to do too much of a kick, kicking up, leaning onto the pole perhaps for a bit of balance, taking that leg down, making that shape. And then from there, you might just feel confident to come back down through a tuck, okay? So it doesn't matter about the second position. And again, do make sure you have a go on both sides. Amazing. So I'm going to take my socks off. I'm just going to put some grip on. Guys, for this first combo, you might very well need to put some grip on behind your knee. It's your choice. Or you might want to be wearing the Aura sticky jumpsuit. But grip behind the knee, because we do have a brass knee sit up, and I know that some people are more slicker than others. You might want your crash mats out, okay? So this is one of my favorite back bends. So it'd be terrible not to teach it in a bendy class. So we're going to go for a brass bridge position. There's a lot of those, isn't there? But this is one variation. And at the end of the class, we're going to do some harder entries through a handspring potentially if we've got time. So we're going handstand, bunny hop, or deadlift, whatever feels right for you. I'm then going to put my knee on, and I'm going to do a hook foot, or ideally, just squeeze that shin into the pole. This hand is going onto the pole, and then I'm going to make space by pushing through that bottom arm and extending that leg from there and hooking back on and reversing the process. As you probably know, most things that you do in pole, however you get into it, you can reverse it and get back out of it the same kind of way. So we're going to go over that again. I'm going to be quiet and do a silent demonstration for you. It's more difficult to be quiet when it's a quiet class. So, okay, we're going to go deadlift this time. So I'm tipping, sucking the belly button in, I'm deadlifting. From there, inside knee hook, hands, and push it. From there, hand to the floor, and then dismounting, and that was not a silent demonstration, Kate. Have a go. Let's have a go, and then we'll go over it again a couple more times. So I think you've got the idea there. Do make sure that you do both sides, guys, and make sure that you really push through the bottom arm and really extend the back leg nice and straight, and imagine you're pushing it down to the floor. Okay? So really pushing through that bottom arm. So big push to try to move and make space between your back and the pole. Really tensing the bottom leg actively, pushing it down towards the floor. So I'm going up. I'm going to do a little kick up this time. Okay, from there, switch. And then I'm pushing away from the pole and dropping that leg. I'm going to get that foot back on again, hand to the floor, and then I'm going to dismount. Okay? Keep going. I'm mindful of just giving you plenty of time just to have a few goes on each side. Okay? And then from there, I'm going to show you how to sit up and a nice ending just to make it into like a little mini flow. So one thing with the sit up, I find it easier to take my thumb out of the twisted grip and take it into a cup grip. I feel like if I keep it in twisted grip, it tends to get trapped, okay? So this is where I am going to do a silent demonstration, I promise. So. Yes, we did it. It was quiet for like 10 seconds. Amazing work, Kate. Okay, so no pressure to do what I said with the thumb. It's personal preference. But I feel like sometimes by moving the thumb as you hook on, it's easy to sit up without getting your hands stuck, if that makes sense. So let's go through that. So I'm going to do a deadlift this time. So deadlift. I'm going to hook and just take the thumb to the side into a foot grip. Switch in. Back bend. Make it bendy. Okay? Either hook foot if you feel safer, or ideally shin. Look up. Goddess. Arch the back. Amazing. Okay, squeeze back on with the shin or the hook foot. And we're going to do a tornado, roll back down again onto the forearm. And then it's a bow and arrow, isn't it? It's like a bow and arrow variation. Down to the tippy toes. And then halfway, make it nice at the end. So we had our handstand entry, we have our brass bridge, which no doubt is getting bendier and bendier every time you do it. Then we have the sit up from a handstand, the handstand sit up using the hook foot for safety. And then we've got goddess, which is a glorious back bendy move. And then we're going to go back down, it's called a tornado, roll back down to bow and arrow. Have a little go, even if you just get to goddess. Have a go on both sides. We're going to have some water. So do have a go on both sides. And then I'm going to demonstrate it again. Okay? So have a go on both sides. And then we'll go over one more time. I hope that you are all getting on okay. I really hope that you're feeling back bendy. For me, my back and shoulders take, especially my back and lower back, they take a while to get going. So I really do have to do like a thorough warm up and do some work at the floor. And then I tend to go up higher on the pole. It just works for me, but we're all different our way. I'm not naturally bendy in the back. So that's the area where I feel like if I go low down the pole first and do some things like this, it gets me going. And then it's so much easier when I'm up the pole. Okay, last one. So we're going handstand, up, knee up. It's up to you about the foot. Okay, push in, push, 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 make space, drop the leg, make it bendy. Squeeze the glutes, push the foot to the floor. Hook on, look up, sit up. Goddess, again, drop the leg, chest up, make it super bendy. Squeeze up, this is a hook foot by the way, and that would make you feel even more safe going back down. Forearm, brass monkey grip here, isn't it? And then extending, bow and arrow, make it bendy. You can even maybe go all the way down in a split. Tiptoe, try to go onto the front of the foot and don't tuck the toes under if you can avoid it. So everything always looks prettier, doesn't it, if you come down like that? It's not essential. And then from there, halfway. Let's go. Let's go then, we need to move on, guys. Let's go. So 30 seconds just to finish off. And all of those three shapes are such good ones when you're working on your flexibility. So take progress pictures. Even like my goddess, it didn't look like it does now, if that makes sense. And that's quite a simple move. And that's like the leaning back move at the top. So just take progress pictures, loads and loads of them, especially with things like that bridge, because that's the best way of knowing for definite if you're improving, isn't it? All right then, we're going to move on. Have some water. Have a little breather. That was amazing, guys. Right, we're going to prep the moves that we're doing upside down. Feel free again to get mats out. I know that one was difficult to do with a big mat out, wasn't it? Because of the handstand combo. So we're going to prep the two moves first, and then we're going to take it into a spin combo. Don't worry if you haven't got like access to a spin pole. We're going to do it as a static combo first and then on spin. So it's your choice. Right, I feel like most of you will have definitely done the first one. So we're going to invert. Outside knee hook. And then we're going to take it into an Allegra. So from here, so it's a flat line. My hand is going behind the leg. You can do this grip, or you can do cup grip, but I do strongly prefer true grip. It's my preference. And it's Allegra, split. Drop that leg, drop it, drop it, drop it. Hook on. Tip back. Going overhead. I'm going to go really stretching that leg out, or potentially, if you're feeling bending up again, overhead. Okay? So, let me go over that again. I'll try and do a super neat demonstration. I'm just going to get some grip on my hands, guys. Feel free to do the same. So, we basically got a leg split, and we're taking it into a gorgeous Scorpio overhead move, which will progress into your inverted eagle or inverted ballerina. If anyone's feeling bendy, I would recommend with a strap, even just as a bit of conditioning for everybody first before we do this, because the goal is to be able to go overhead in these things. So get your strap on, and then we're tipping forward, and then we're grabbing it here, so my palm's facing the camera, and I'm going to turn It's basically same hand to leg when you're upside down. Okay? So you might need more. So you might need to have the strap like this, and that is absolutely fine. And it might look like this, and that is cool. But I would, as a bit of conditioning before you start combos like this, have a little go with the strap. Again, take progress pictures, see where you're at. And then obviously, if you're here, we're nearly there. And then, working towards the foot, okay? And then even the ankle. Okay, so that's the overhead version. And if we just do that little bit of conditioning for it using a strap, if you've got a strap available, I think that most of you will. So whilst you are doing that, guys, I'm going to demonstrate again. Oh, okay, so. So I did a leg split and then I took it into my gorgeous inside leg hand shape where the inside leg, the inside hand is going overhead. And then I'm going back into a chopper. So at this point, if you try with me, just linking those moves together, and then we're going to take it into a spin combo, okay? So we're going into the chopper. And then outside knee hook, taking it down into a flat line. Extend that back leg, it always looks prettier. Getting that hand behind the knee in the gap. Straighten this one, and then grabbing it opposite hand to leg. Split. Hook on. Drop down. Take the inside arm overhead, and then either, it's the wrong angle for you, isn't it? Go either overhead, or just normal grip. Chopper, and down to the floor. Okay? So, I know you're all beavering away. Do have a go on both sides. I always say, if you're not mega confident on both sides, that's totally normal. But even if you just set up, flatliner, maybe a leg rub, maybe the inside leg hang on its own, at least you're doing something. Ooh, this is a workout. Yeah, so just at least make sure you have a go on both sides. But the more you do it, you will feel better and better and more confident. Okay, so we're going to take it into a spin combo in a minute. But first of all, let's just prep the start one more time on static. So we're going to go climb. We're going to go invert. We're going to go inside and outside knee hook. Sweep that hand down. Extended butterfly. Sweep the bottom leg down and round, make it look pretty. Into the flatline position. Into the Olympic split. And then into the scorpion movement. I think we're just a little bit too low there. So let's tilt this screen. Okay, get yourselves up there. Let's have a go. It is climb, aerial invert, outside knee hook, extended butterfly. You can even add in true grip Aisha if you're feeling super strong. Sweep that leg down and around, make it look super bendy and really swishy with the leg. Flatline, a leg wrist split. And then you've got your Scorpio move, the Scorpio bridge. And then it's either just here, stretching that leg, or overhead. Okay, whatever works for you. Either way, the goal is to really push that leg out straight. And really pull it, but actively push that leg out straight, okay? So I know you're beavering away. And in a second, we're going to take it on to spin. If anybody's struggling with the transition from Allegra to Scorpio, don't worry about that. You could perhaps just miss out the Allegra in the main combo on spin. So you need to make sure you feel super safe. So you could just miss out the Allegra and just focus on the Scorpio part. Okay, let's take a big spin. So I'm going to do a forwards climb. So you can go backwards with this, guys, whatever works best for you. But I like a nice forward climb. On this time, I'm stepping with my inside foot. I'm sweeping the outside arm up and I'm gliding into it. Doesn't matter which way the feet go, by the way. And I'm going to swish the hair back to make it glorious. Then I'm going to do a nice invert. I'm going to take it into outside heel, sweep that hand down, extended, sweep the leg. Gorgeous. So then we're going to go into a leg wrap, grab that leg and pull, and then we're going to take it into the scorpion move. Pull that leg, kick it back, look up, grab the pole, chopper, take it into a split if we can, guys, even if you're not all the way down. I know you just missed a split at the end, did you? I was there, I promise. Okay, have a go for me. So it's a climb and an invert. I went forwards. I feel like that works really well forwards, but you can definitely go back as well. So, and then I'm going to do another demo for you. So it was a climb. It's basically climb, aerial invert, outside knee hook, taking it into an extended butterfly and really sweeping the leg down and round. And then you're hooking on in flat line. And then we take it into the Allegro split, dropping back into the Scorpio, the overhead variation, either overhead or normal into that little half eagle shape, half ballerina shape. And then nice dropper and down to the floor in a split. So again, make sure you work both sides. Don't worry if you haven't got access to a spinny pole. That is absolutely fine. You can do it on static. So, okay. Nice one. Swish that. Nice and back. I like to bend the outside knee. Not always, but it does look cute. Sweep the hand down. Extended. Sweep the leg down and round. Flat line. And leg rails are hand in hand. Stretch it out. Hook. Inside arm overhead. Rub that leg. Look up. Hands to the pole. Quick chopper. Down into a split. Make your bend here. However bendy you are. Overhead even, maybe. Okay? Yeah? And then here you can take it then into a flow. A bit of floor work, whatever you fancy. Okay. Let's say 2 minutes to finish off on this one. 2 minutes, I'm just going to have some water, sort my hands out, and then we need to move on and you are smashing it, guys. Okay. Amazing work. You're doing unbelievably well. I know that you smashed it. And it might be that you're not even confident to do the spin part on the other side for now. And again, that's fine, isn't it? Just prep it on the other side. Do as much as humanly possible. You've absolutely got this. I'm going to do one more. Okay. I'll do a quiet one for you. So. Okay. Nice. Let's give the voice a rest. That was amazing. You've got this, guys. Let me know how you get on. I'd love to see your videos, by the way. If anyone wants to tag me or post it online, it'd be really, really good to see them. Amazing. Fantastic. Okay. Get your pole back on static. You go back on static. If you're on spin, back on static now for me. Okay. So we're going to do a progression for one of the first things we did, which was the brass back bend, which is one of my favorites. And we're going to do it from a D or a Aisha. So if you are a handspringer, guys, you can go for a handspring. You can do twisted or true grip. Twisted does work better in this, in my opinion, but you can go true grip as well. So I'm a handspringer. I'm going to do a jack bend, but to the same side as the bottom hand. I'm going to push my knee up high, and then I'm going to swivel I'm going to take it into that shape. From there, I'm going to kind of reverse it. So I'm going to go back through a jackknife, and then I'm going to sneak that leg back around again, and then let's just fold off and half leg. So again, generally, well, pretty much always, you can reverse what you've done, can't you, to get out of it. So that was from an Aisha. Take it into the back bend that we did at the start, okay, from the floor. I know that we had that grip, and then now you're probably going to have that grip, and that's all good. So let's go over it again. If I was doing it from the pole, you might not have this grip. So if I was doing it from the pole, crucifix legs, twisting, or true, jackknife, drive the knee up high, and then again, push neck space. Look up, jackknife, push the bum back. Aisha, fold down. Okay, and I know, guys, that is an advanced version, isn't it? So it might be that you're not confident doing that at all. Let me show you just a quite a simplified version. So it might be that you're not confident with that, in which case I would go back to the floor version potentially and have another go at the move. So let's just make sure the hands out okay. So I'm going to do it from a true grip. True grip D. Okay. So I'm crossing the leg over. And then I'm crisscrossing the legs to kind of get back to that D. Realistically, you have to have some strength still, in the D to do that variation. That was a true grip, guys. So again, you might not feel quite ready for that, and that is absolutely fine. So I'm just going to show you a little version on the floor that you could also have a go at. It's a cute variation, and it's a handstand, going up, looking on, okay, switch, slide down onto the floor now. From there, push the glutes back, and you can work on a floor Aisha. Which again, it's challenging, but I know you guys are all like intermediate level plus, so I think you'd have a really, really good go at it. So floor Aisha, for the elbow stand Aisha, it's not easy, but it's definitely something that I think you can have a go at. So have a go for me. I just want to make sure I give you enough time. It's always difficult when there's not someone to watch because I don't know exactly how long you're all taking to have a good go at this, but let's just give it a couple of minutes. Let's have a go on both sides. Let's go over that handspring one again. Pushing the knee up high. Try not to cross it over the hand. I'm just going to swivel again so you can sit. Back bend. Look up. Start turning, pushing the bum back into Aisha. Okay, my hand was slipping, so came down a bit fast there, but you can do a fold off. You can do a INX off if you're feeling super strong. No, just come down nicely out of it. You could even go into a combo, couldn't you, from there up the pole? So keep going, have another go. It's something to work at, isn't it? So doing a jackknife to the same side as your bottom arm, so not like a butterfly flip. No, not that way. So jackknife and a knee hook, and then we're really pushing through the bottom arm and really trying to make space between the back of the pole, just like we did when we did it at the floor. And then we want to kind of reverse it and get back into Aisha. Okay, one more minute. One more minute. And then we've got one more combo that we're going to do. One more, and then we're going to stretch out. You are doing amazing. I actually feel like I am having quite a bendy day now, by the way. So I feel like after the warm-up, I was like, right, I feel a bit better now. It's always difficult, isn't it, when you first start warming up, you're not sure whether you're going to feel bendy. But if you do a good warm-up, usually you do. And I hope you guys are as well. I hope you're feeling good. Okay. All right, we're going to move on, guys. So we're going to go invert. I'm going to demonstrate the moves. And then we're going to take it into a little mini combo. So... Okay, so my name for the second move, well, and the first one is shooting star variations, but there's lots of different shooting stars and there's lots of different names for everything in pole. So it doesn't matter too much, but we're going for the jasmine and we're going to reach up super high and we're trying to make contact just above the ankle, or you can grab the foot. This doesn't work for everybody, and if it doesn't work for you, we're actually going to try a cupid variation instead. So let's have a go at the shooting star one first. We go invert into your jasmine, knee hook, slide that hand down. I would actually go quite high with that hand, reach around the back. Holding off the ankle and pushing my hips forward. And then it's in sound off with that. And then the other move, I was grabbing the top leg and pulling it, trying to straighten it as much as possible. Okay? So some people, we're all built differently, aren't we? As you all know, like with pole, not every single pole move works for everybody. When I teach that, though, some people do struggle with that movement. You just have to really push the hips forward. But no, if we've got short arms and things like that, it can be more challenging. So if you're more comfortable, feel free just to take it into a knee hook and then your cupid prep, okay? And then reach around the back. And it is a little bit easier, I call it sailor, a little bit easier with sailor. And it's still quite a bendy move, okay? And then we're going to come down. So it's the same idea, isn't it? Or you could even just stick to the first move with both hands on the pole for that. So let's have a go at those. Let's have a go working both sides. I'll demonstrate again. Okay. And we're nearly there. It's actually gone super fast. I didn't expect it to go as fast as this, guys. It's gone crazy fast. Okay, so if I was to take that on spin, because it looks so much nicer on spin, don't want to complicate things too much. So we're just going to do the same entry. So we're just going to go step, sweep that hand up, glide into it, nice and high with those legs. And then you can do your little hair like that. And then invert, knee hook, jasmine, reaching round, hips forward, stretch, stretch, stretch. And it'd be really nice to then take it up into figurehead and maybe even a little ballerina if you are used to ballerinas and kind of that one a little bit to maybe teach that so much. I think we've got another few minutes though, haven't we? I'm sure it doesn't matter if I run over by a couple of minutes. So first of all, try the first bit on spin and then I'll show you the ending again. So try the first bit on spin. I'm going to show you with sailor, you know, the cupid variations because there's no pressure with the one that I call shooting star. Okay, so let's have a go with sailor. You can even add in a pretty Marley as well. That would be really nice if you're doing sailor. So, gliding in. Nice invert. And then from there, I'm going to take my foot to the pole, push through that foot. I'm holding on. And then I'm turning my body in the direction of the pole spinning, which works really well. From there, take your hands to the pole for safety. Cross the bottom leg over. And again, I'm turning in the way that the pole's going. Hands off if you're confident. Okay? And then we're going walking those hands up. Figurehead. Serve the eye free. Hand behind the back. Switch here. I could have flared a little bit more, but I don't want to complicate things. It would look nice to have flared a little bit more. And from there, you can do any ballerina. This one's easier in terms of flexibility, but obviously this one is absolutely gorgeous, and you could even take it into this. So we'll have a little breather and we'll go again. I actually would try both of those variations. I'm very fond of the sailor to Marley option. I know it's not as backbendy or anything as the previous move, but it feels nice. So I really, really love that one. So if we will go over that one more time, and then we'll do a ballerina ending, maybe with the hard ballerina. I think we've got another couple of minutes that we can spend on this. Quick cool down, and then we're all done. I hope you're all feeling good. Right, let's get some grip on. So We'll do the same one again. Okay? Right, so stepping off the inside foot, sweeping that hand up. Always think slow motion. Make it look elegant. Get the legs up nice and high. To the head back. Invert. Knee up. Slide the hand down like you mean it, like you're going to plonk it, try to slide it down. Foot to the pole. You can just do star. If it doesn't feel right, you can slip to your hand on the pole. And then get the leg behind. Cross over. Hand out. Marley. Hands up. Walk them up. Big head. Reach up high with the top hand. Go behind the back. And then you switch in to ballerina. And we could even add in this one. Okay? So, I'm sorry if you missed out the top of the pole there. I think we'll do one more demo in a sec. But have a go. That one's feeling really, really nice for me today. But then I did train the one yesterday. So, no, it's difficult, isn't it? Sometimes doing combos is 2 days on the trot. But either of those variations are all really cute moves. And I feel like they all work really, really well. Going from a forward invert, because you can bend and sweep in the direction that the pole's moving. But it also works well going backwards if you prefer. I know a lot of people prefer the back inverts. Okay, well, I've had a very, very good workout this morning, guys. I hope that you enjoy it and I hope that you feel better off it. I will just do one more demonstration. Okay. So it's the same one. I'm taking back in the direction that the pole's moving. Okay, I'm going to use my hands for safety. I'm going to take it into a Maui. Again, I'm leaning in the direction that the pole's moving. Do something nice with the hands. Look up. Drop the legs as you reach up. Big head position. My inside arms are high, but engaged. Serve the ice cream, hand behind the back, and switch to here for the cutesy one. Or, you know, you can do your full ballerina. Whatever works best for you. Oh, I rested the voice a little bit then. At the end of the day, overall, I respond, I don't know what you guys like, but I respond to lots of tips and lots of visuals. And I think most people do, don't they? So keep practicing, keep going. Let's just go through those pointers one more time if you're still working, and then we're going to stretch off and we'll be finished in the next 3 or 4 minutes, okay? So it was a pretty climb. It was a forward invert. I bent my outside leg, but you don't have to. You can do 2 straight legs or you can do 2 tuck legs, whatever works for you, okay? And then we're going up, we're hooking the knee on, and we're sliding the hand down like it means something. So rather than just plonking it, no, put some glorious songs on if you're recording it afterwards, no, dance to the music, and think about those little things. You're taking it into your Jasmine, and then you're taking it into either the shooting star one that we talked about at the start, or the sailor, you know, where we're grabbing the foot, the Cupid variation, and then we're taking it into the Marley, crossing over, and again, turning in the direction of the pole, okay? And then from there, walking those hands up super high, we took it into the figurehead position, and then you have to drop and push the hips forward. And then we're serving the ice cream, or whatever other food you like, serving the chocolate brownies, hand behind the back. From there, you can take it into more of a leg flare, and then get into your ballerina, or if it feels better for you, you can just sweep that leg behind. And we had the cutesy ballerina, which was the inside of the foot here. And then you also got the more challenging, shall we call it? Because that is a difficult position, isn't it? It's the same as close the leg wrap, and it is quite a tricky one. Right, guys, finish off what you're doing. You've absolutely smashed it. I know you have. So we're going to get the mats back out again. Quick cool down. And then we are all done and dusted. Okay. So We're going to take it back down to the floor. You all good? And then we're going to go back into onto all fours, guys, and we're just going to dip down to the floor in a puppy pose. So we're super stretched out, aren't we? So we're just going to focus on doing some relaxing stretches. So armpits to the floor, knees pretty much together, knees under the hips. You can have your gaze in front. Big deep breaths. And then knees apart, feet together. Take it into child's pose and hold it there. Big deep breaths. Roll forward into a cobra. You might not even want to do cobra. You might feel better just now because we are super stretched out and we just want to kind of relax and cool down. Forearms or do cobra. Big deep breaths. Amazing. Good. Yeah. And then we're going to take it into pancake position, so into a straddle position. Shimmy forward. Let's find the best box split that you've got. Good. Yeah. Hands up. Big deep breaths. Hold it there. Okay. And then we are going to sweep over the top. So we're going to sweep over the top from here. Inhale, exhale, hold it. Wiggle the fingers out. Inhale, exhale, other side. Wiggle those fingers out. Pancake. And then just finish off for me before I sign off in a spinal twist, hands to the floor, drop the knees to one side. Hold it there, look at the opposite hand. A few big deep breaths, guys. Breathe through it. Think about all the pole goals that you've got. We'll challenge the bendy pole goal energy. And then we're going to lift up, inhale, exhale, other side, look at the opposite hand. Take a few big deep breaths. Channel those pole goal energy vibes. I'd love to know what your bendy pole goals are. And then absolutely amazing. Tip your head to the side. Big deep breaths. Other side. I'm just conscious of time, so I'm going to make sure that I sign off now because I don't want it to be too much longer than the hour. You have all done absolutely amazing. Let me know how you got on, and I will see you again soon, hopefully. Take care. Thank you. Bye.